Now, before getting into this video, I am delighted to tell you that I am working with men's healthcare service Manual. Manual is a British company who have built a platform dedicated to men's health. They offer tailored and medically approved treatments for a variety of issues, including hair loss, erectile dysfunction, sleep health, skincare, daily health, and they also offer blood tests. Now, fortunately enough for me, I've got a decent barnet, but listen to these stats. 50% of men suffer from baldness and 60% of men experience significant hair loss by the tender age of 35. Ooh la la. Manual offer medically approved treatment packages in their hair loss solution range. It's really simple. All you have to do is head over to the Manual website, you fill out a questionnaire about your medical history, and they will provide you with a treatment recommendation. Your information goes to a specialist doctor on the platform, and from there you are consulted on a specific treatment plan for your case. So you receive the products at home on a recurring basis. Let's have a look. You've got, very nice, some power shampoo, can't go wrong. Everyone needs a bit of power shampoo, I'm sure. Huh? Manual have kindly offered 50% off of your first hair loss treatment using the code Jennings50, which I'll also put in the description below. Thanks again to Manual for sponsoring this video. Right, let's get into it. What have we just witnessed? Somebody now needs to go and give Karim Benzema a Ballon d'Or. That was exceptional. All hail King Karim. What an amazing performance. What an amazing game. And Lionel Messi, Neymar, Angel Di Maria, Mbappe. They are out. They are out of the Champions League. Mauricio Pochettino comes up short again. What do you reckon, Loz?
I'm still pretty stunned, if I'm honest, because I think PSG will feel similar. Karim Benzema seemed to be one of the only guys on the pitch tonight who understood the script of this game. Vinicius and him as a combination up front were just incredible, I thought. I think Vinicius brought the pace, Benzema brought the organisation, with Modric just sitting behind. That's incredible. But it's the sheer will of Benzema that I love.
Do you know what's amazing?
He's so famous for that.
Do you know what's amazing here? And I'm sure that anybody watching this who knows us too will definitely detect this.
Right.
This is our character. You are a generous, lovely man.
Right.
Who says, these were great. Modric was great. Benzema was great. Do you know my immediate analysis?
You went PSG flop.
Capitulation.
Yeah. No, it was though.
Capitulation from Paris Saint-Germain yet again. Yeah. What on earth is wrong with this club?
I think it genuinely, at this point, I think there's a bad culture of not necessarily having the confidence to carry this swagger off that they want to have. So it's like wearing that jacket to a party and then, you know, someone goes, that's a nice jacket. And you go, oh, I didn't realise. And it means that you don't look as swaggerific as you thought you did. They don't have that.
Mate, do you know the other thing I've just realised? People aren't going to like this, but you know when you think about big, dramatic capitulations, the common denominator?
PSG.
Well, PSG, but think Lionel Messi. The Liverpool comeback, one of the most famous. This, one of the most famous. Lionel Messi.
I think it still haunts him a little bit, that Liverpool. I think a couple of these still haunt him now.
I honestly cannot believe it. It's embarrassing for PSG.
I actually don't think the problem tonight was Messi, though, if I'm completely honest. I really don't think that Messi is the problem with this team. And I get it. They will say the system's a problem. But is Messi even 1/10 of the issue there?
No, I agree with that. I think that the problems at PSG run deep. I think that the problems at Paris Saint-Germain go a lot beyond the individual players, a lot beyond the manager. I think it's the running of the club, the ambition of the club, and the whole structure of the club.
It's the pressure of that as well.
But something isn't right. Yeah. They shouldn't be able... Look, they were far and away the better team in the first leg.
Agreed.
They should have scored more goals.
Yep.
They had this game sewn up. Yep. Until half-time, they were far and away better. Yep. And if it wasn't for a few inches here and there, it would have actually been Kylian Mbappe celebrating a hat-trick tonight.
The door
2 disallowed goals.
Yeah.
It was there for them. They had this game for the taking.
But they left it there for the taking for Real Madrid. And that's where if you've got someone like, a Modric on the pitch and a Benzema, you've got a massive problem.
But how much is it, Benzema, who don't get me wrong, I think he's so good and I think he deserves a Ballon d'Or now. I think he's amazing, truly sensational footballer. Modric will go down as one of the best ever, but how much should the focus be on that? And how much should the focus be on Donnarumma gifting away Neymar ridiculously giving the ball away and then pathetically trying to win it back?
Well, so
tactical fouling.
I get that, but you can only play what's put in front of you. And then beyond that as well, if you look at the pressure from Benzema, if you look at the pressure from this Real Madrid team, so deserved. It's the effort that's rewarded. And PSG look like animals in headlights, if I'm honest.
it was such a capitulation that I don't know where they go from here. Does Pochettino...
They get rid of Poch. Poch has to go after this. Not because Poch is... I don't think he's a bad manager. There's another discussion there. I think it's more that these are the tools that like, he wants to make a table and PSG are going, now make a throne.
Yeah. Barcelona, Manchester United, and now Real Madrid. This is becoming habitual for Paris Saint-Germain. And I don't know what's going on with this club. I really don't, because I know that the fans of Paris Saint-Germain aren't happy with the running. They aren't happy with the way that it's going. They want their club back. You know, they're thinking that the last decade hasn't been the dream that it's presented as.
Absolutely.
And what now? What on earth are they going to do?
Poch has to go, and I think if Conte or someone like that, high profile, comes up, the first manager you have to get is a high profile manager. You know what I think? I think they need to do? PSG need to clear house.
Yes.
PSG need to grab their identity, and they need to make sure that they don't become the silk sheet fighters who don't win another bout. They don't want to become... At the moment, there's shades of the idea of being like a Conor McGregor or someone like that, because they had so much excitement around them. They had so many people going, oh, you are the next big thing. Yeah. And then suddenly, oh, no.
The genius of Benzema, the genius of Carlo Ancelotti, the genius of Luka Modric. This is feeling like it's got a last dance hurrah to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, certainly. And you know what? Benzema is probably one of the best equivalents of that Michael Jordan-esque sort of belief tonight. He had that basically, I'm doing what I need to do to get us through. Because you know what I loved? There's this still... all three of the goals, great, right? But there's this slow-mo of him jumping as high as he can for Messi's free kick very late on. And it goes probably about as extra high as he jumps. It goes that much more over the goal. Yeah. And you think, Benzema was putting everything in going, I've scored a hat-trick tonight. You're not taking that off me.
I just can't believe it. I honestly can't.
I'm still in shock.
What we've seen is a game that will live long in the history. Do you remember that game against Roma, that game against Bayern Munich? Yeah. This will live long in the memory. And PSG are in disarray. That you can see, they're such bad losers, aren't they? Do you remember when they did it to City? They tried to kick them off the pitch. Yeah. Tonight, again, the same thing. Marquinhos going mad. Kimpembe doing his best to get sent off, basically. They aren't good losers, and they have to get very used to it. But
it shows mentality.
Mate, Real in the quarterfinals, man. Nobody wants to play Real.
There's three teams that I think, four teams actually, that have gone through now where you think, I do not want them. I think three of them are head and shoulders above the rest in terms of the mentality of that, and one is Bayern Munich. Yeah. You don't want Bayern Munich, but they aren't the Bayern Munich that, you know, we saw winning the treble, and then
that's true.
But they are still a very powerful team.
They really are. Do you know?
Liverpool, Man City, Real Madrid. You do not want any of those three that go through.
And I would actually say two you don't want. I don't think you don't fear City in this. I think City are great, but City are brilliant. You don't fear them the way that you fear Liverpool and Real Madrid.
Do you know the reason you fear City at this point? Is it's the quarterfinals, and I don't think that City quite ramp the pressure up until they get to the semis or the final. I think there's a belief in City that they get to the final. The belief changes when they get to the final. Yeah. And I would imagine that there is a sense of belief, and there's a sense that those players go, oh, if we've got City, I think they think...
I think you're onto something, and I think that I'm probably wrong, and I probably should be fearful. But I will never be afraid of Man City in the European Cup the way I am Real Madrid and Liverpool. I will. I just won't.
I won't. Yeah. You go to Anfield.
History, know-how, like the nous, the way of the way to win in Europe.
What you don't want to be though is the first piece of history. No, no. That's what I. You know, if City make it to the final this year, you almost don't want it to be against your team.
Yeah, that is true. But I still wouldn't be scared. Do you know the only person I feel a little bit sorry for with regard to Paris Saint-Germain? Kylian Mbappe. Well, an amazing performance.
I mean, no, if it's amazing, then I think there's a different outcome.
He was
very good, but I think there's got to be another goal in it. If there's one more goal in it, we're currently on commentating on extra time.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. But
and, you know, not only that, you know the person I do feel sorry for? I feel very sorry for Di Maria.
Why?
Because Di Maria has been lumbered with other people who are high-profile stars, and I don't think that suits him as a player. I think he actually needs the opposite of that. I think he needs players who are going to... I think Di Maria would do worse than to go to a club where they value him for what he is. I think because he's the fourth or fifth highest profile player there, it doesn't suit him at all.
Yeah, I think it's in disarray. I don't know where it goes. But that was an amazing night. I've had a brilliant night here with Mr. McKenna on the kickoff. But what a game that was. That will forever live in the history. And we've got to say it again. All hail King Benzema. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe in a bit.